Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Emma and today I am bringing you a standing Pilates routine which is great to do anywhere. You could do this on your lunch break, you could do this in a hotel room, you could do this using your kitchen side while you're doing your teeth, anywhere. So it's a really nice one to easily chuck into your day. It's also pre and postnatal friendly. As I'm filming this, I'm actually 14 weeks pregnant today. So it's very safe for anyone that's pregnant as well. So yeah. What I'm going to use is a chair. I feel like I've got so much stuff today. But you can use a chair for a little bit of balance, or maybe a wall or a countertop. And yeah, it's going to be really focused on the lower body and balance. But yeah, let's get ready to go. If we haven't met before, by the way, as I said before, I am Emma and guide dog Archie's at the side. I am registered blind with some vision, but it does mean I try to connect to all of our senses and try to audio describe everything in as much detail as possible, so that blind people can follow along, but you can also take a screen break as well, even if you can see. But yeah, let's get ready to go. I hope I've been looking at the camera. I think you're about there. Anyway, so I'm gonna grab my chair and kind of move it onto, let me swivel it this way actually, move it onto the mat so I can actually, does that feel stable? Kind of. Anyway, so have your chair or whatever you're using, your countertop, just in front of you or by your side, whatever feels best for you. And we're going to stand with our feet nice and hip distance apart. And we're going to lift nice and tall. And we're going to start by taking a nice deep breath in through the nose, feeling like that air is going from your feet all the way up to your head. As you grow a little taller through the spine. And then as you breathe out, feel that waving all the way down the body, allowing your shoulders to relax away from your ears, your arms to relax by your side or on your counter. And you're gently starting to pull your abdominals in, switching your invisible belt on. And we're breathing wide and full now into our rib cage. We're taking inhales, we start to now lift our heels up and away from the floor, rising up onto the balls of the feet, imagining there's a tennis ball between our feet, so they're not rolling in, they're not rolling out. And then exhale, very, very slowly lower the heels down, as if there's a strong spring underneath them, and you're trying to push them down, but they come back up. Let's take a deep breath in, we lift. Exhale, resist that movement to come back down. So starting to warm up into the feet, we're also getting into the calf muscles here as well, working on all our teeny tiny balance muscles. And as we lift and lower, try not to send yourself forwards. Try to go straight up like you're in a tube. Oh, that's a bit rocky. Like you're in a tube and you can only go straight up and then slowly back down. We'll just do this a couple more times. Lifting up. Slowly pushing down, and as we do this, we don't forget about the abs pulling in, we don't forget about our tall upright position, and we remember to breathe. Let's go one more time. Good, and then slowly lower down. Good, this time transfer the weight into one foot, and you're, without leaning, I want you to do that without anyone noticing, so imagine you're trying to do it really slyly, and you're going to lift the other leg up, so the knee bends and the thigh goes parallel to the ceiling, and then tap the leg back down. I'm going to move closer to the chair. Lift the leg up, same leg, place it back down. So we're going to do a few on this side, and then we're going to switch to the other leg. So we lift and lower. So bending the knee up to hip height. Shin is straight in front. Thigh parallel to the ceiling, and that leg that you're standing on is really having to root down and work to keep you nice and balanced. So just lifting up and down. And you can also try balancing something on your head, like a book or a pillow, to see if you can keep your balance. On the next one, we're going to hold that leg up and just do little pulses for me. 10, 9, up to the ceiling. 8, 7, knees still bent. 6, 5, 4, feeling that 5, 3, 2, 1, place it back down. Good. Same leg again. We're now going to lift the leg up, and then we're going to turn it out to the side Place the foot down. So now the toes of that foot are turned out. Now we don't want the hips to swivel. Hips are constantly facing forwards. But now that leg you've placed to the floor is slightly out to the side, toes pointing to the front corner of your mat. You then lift the knee back up. It's still pointing to the diagonal. You swivel it to face the front. Then you place the leg back down. I'm going to move this up a bit. So I'll just realize I'm not even in the middle of my mat. So we lift the leg up. Turn the leg out to the side, knee is still bent. Place the foot towards the floor like you're pointing your toes to the front corner. Lift the knee back up, bring it back to the center, place the foot back down. We go again, we lift the leg up, out to the side, tap it down. It's still turned out, lift it up, it's still turned out, back to center and down. Just doing this a few more times. And I can already feel like my legs, like my glutes working. I hope you can feel it as well. It's not just me. We're doing this just 2 more times. Abs pulling in. We go 1 more time. Hips facing forwards. And place it down. Good. Stayed on that same leg. Just turn to face your counter or your chair for me. So your hands are resting on it, and you're just going to step a little bit, so you're not too close, you're not too far away from it. And that leg we were just working is the one we're now going to step back behind us. So the front knee is slightly bent, you're holding onto your counter, and you're slightly hinging at the hips forwards towards your counter or your chair. Now the back leg, you're up on the balls of the feet and the leg is straight at the minute, and you're going to try push your heel down to the floor, get a nice stretch, and then raise back up onto the balls of the feet. So you're trying to stretch the foot or the heel down to the floor and then raise back up. Okay, so you can stay with this, or, am I stepping on the plant? Yes. Or you're going to push the heel down. Sorry, not push the heel down. You're going to keep the heel up and you're going to bend the knee to tap it to the floor and then lift back up. So you bend both knees, so the back knee goes underneath the hip towards the floor and you stand back up. You bend the knees like a proposal position and back up. And we go 5 and 4. Let's go 3. Up, and 2. And on the last one, I'm sliding. We're just going to hover and we're just going to pulse it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Stay upright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back to your chair. And let's do everything on the other side. So I'm just going to swivel so the chair is the other end. Let's place it so it's just off the mat maybe. Oh no, this ain't gonna work. That should be stable, that'll be all right. Okay, so let's go everything on the other leg. So standing nice and tall. Deep breath in, realign yourself if you need to. We pick the knee up so the shin is facing forwards, thigh is parallel to the ceiling. We place the foot down. We lift the leg up. We place it down. It's going to be smoother now because you already know the routine. Up and down. How tall can you stay? Can really feel my legs. It's crazy because these are the ones where you think, oh, that looks so easy. Anyway, we're going to lift the leg up, turn the leg out to the side, place the foot down to the floor, it's turned out to the front corner. Pick it up, knee points to the corner, back to the front. Lower back down. We lift the leg up. It stays up as we turn it out. It taps to the floor in that turnout, up in that turnout, back to center, back down. We carry on, up, out. Can you keep your hips facing forwards for as much as possible? Carry on with that without leaning like this, or if you're facing the chair, without kind of slumping or anything like that. Let's go 3. We're going 2. And we just got 1 more. Woo. And down. Good. Facing your chair or your countertop. Right foot is now in front, or the leg you've already done. taking the leg we were just working back. You're slightly hinging forwards from the hips. Rest of the spine is nice and long. Front foot is grounding into the floor. Knee underneath. Ankle underneath the knee. Back leg is reaching nice and long. You're rising up onto the balls of the feet, and then you're trying to push your heel to the floor, get a nice stretch. Rising up onto the balls of the feet, pushing down. Now maybe stay with this, or start to bend the knee, tap it to the floor, and lift back up. Bend both knees, so the back knee goes underneath the hip. You're in this proposal position, making sure the front knee isn't going over the toes. We're up on the balls of the feet of that back leg. You've still maybe got your pillow balanced on your head, and you're trying to keep it steady as possible. Move my hair. Good, we're gonna hover and we're gonna pulse it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, pull the abs in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step forward, stand nice and tall. Give your legs a little shake out. Oh, and just let them have a quick little breather. So what you can do as well is now hold onto your countertop, step the legs away, and trying to push the heels down to the floor as you fold your body forwards towards the chair, trying to create a table with your back. And then let your hands come off the countertop, reach for your toes, just feel the backs of the legs getting a nice stretch. Good. And then slowly roll all the way up to standing. We'll bend one knee in, like we're trying to tap the heel to our glutes. Grab hold above the ankle if you can. And you're trying to pull the thigh back behind you, or do the other leg, as you push your hips forwards into this nice quad stretch. So can you get both thighs in line, or pull it back slightly as you push your hips forwards. Good, do the same to the other side. Bend the knee, catch above the ankle with the hand, and just feel your quad stretching. And then place the foot to the floor. Just pedal out through the feet, just walk them out, get any clicks out. Take a deep breath in, ground the feet to the floor. And breathe out. And you are done. I feel like that was a good amount of time where we, like I said, could do it anywhere. My legs feel like they've really worked. I feel like I've had a good workout, but I've literally spent no time. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a comment in the description. Please leave a comment down below if you want to. Let me know what you'd like to see next. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And sorry, guide dog Archie didn't join us today, but maybe he will in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Bye.